What is going on, folks? We are waiting for a press conference. They have allegedly caught the perpetrator that shot Charlie Kirk. So we are currently waiting on that press conference to take place right now. Hopefully, my audio is good. If you guys are watching the replay, welcome in. If you guys hear live, welcome in as well. As I was working out in the gym, I had Fox News on, and they were talking all about it. Quickly finish my workout, come over here, and we're just waiting for that press conference to start. When it starts, I will be showing it to all of you guys. So, like I said, hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully we can have a little bit of answers and a little bit of closure today. Nothing's going to bring Charlie Kirk back, and we know this. The best we can do is just bring to you what is happening as it's happening. Whether or not you guys are at work or you're driving your car, whatever it might be, we're going to do everything we can in our power to bring you all the updated news on this. And yeah, I gotta let my dog in here. I can't wait till my podcast studio is ready, to be honest with you. But we're gonna continue to bring this. Good morning to everybody in the comments who was saying good morning. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys following on the channel. If you're over on Facebook, hit that pin subscriber badge. That brings you to a special group, and we have dialogue and discussion over there. And there's no trolls in that group because nobody's paying $1.50 a month to join a group to troll me. Well, they don't have jobs anyway. But anyway, was that a low blow? Maybe it was a low blow. It is what it is. Like I said, guys, if you're just joining in right now, we're waiting for the press conference to start. The alleged shooter in the Charlie Kirk assassination has been apprehended. We're waiting for that right now. We're waiting for that news conference to start. And when it starts, we will be bringing it to you here. Terry Lynn on X is saying, nope, that's accurate. Yeah, it is accurate. It is. Welcome all the new followers as well. The people who have been following me a long time. We appreciate you, but let's welcome in the new followers who've just started following or maybe just discovered who I am. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate the follow and the support and the messages that you guys are sending me, the kind words as well to tell me to not stop and to keep moving forward. And that's what we are going to keep doing. Driving home from Newfoundland. That's a far drive if you're coming to Alberta. Morning, Jody. Good morning, Lorraine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like I said, guys, the presser was supposed to start at 7 p.m. Alberta or 7 a.m. Alberta time. It's been delayed to 7:30 a.m. and hasn't started yet. So I wanted to, I want a conservative East shirt or even a hat, but the shipping is crazy. Yeah, Patrick, I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. I don't control shipping. Shipping is auto-calculated at checkout, and I don't offer free shipping because all that means is I'd have to put $25 on every piece of merch that I have in order to send that out, because that's when you go to a company, they actually don't offer free shipping. They just put it into the price of the product. I prefer transparency, and I don't control the price of the shipping or the speed of the shipping. You can literally buy express, and it's not express at all. And you got to remember it's coming from Alberta, but either or, I appreciate everybody who does wear their opinion on their sleeve and does go to BertaProudDad.com and actually understands the message, because that's what we're trying to do, is get people to wear their opinion on their sleeve. Looks like something's happening here, so I'm going to shut her down and we're going to watch. Never mind, guys. That's we're just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I understand that I'm not bashing you. I'm just letting you know. Oh, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I just like to be transparent with people and tell people how businesses offer free shipping. Either one, they're huge businesses and they can do volume orders like Amazon and all these other people. But I'm just a small business that runs it out of my house, and I refuse to hide shipping costs in my merch. So I'm just explaining to you why the shipping is what it is, right? So I appreciate the comment. I really do. And for everybody who does go and buy from BertaProudDad.com, we appreciate you as well, because now more than ever, it's important to wear your opinion on your sleeve. Good morning from Toronto. What's up, Toronto? How you doing? Appreciate you. There has been people. I did express shipping once when living in Rainbow Lake, and still Crystal, we hear this all the time, right? And I once sent a package to Florida on the same day. One order went to Florida, and one order went to Quebec, and the guy in Florida got it first. It was absolutely crazy. Guys, if you're just joining in, we're waiting for the press conference to start. The Charlie Kirk assassin has been apprehended. We are waiting to hear for the press conference. We're bringing it to you here right now. We're just waiting for them to start. They were supposed to start at 7 a.m. Alberta time. It's now 7:30. They still haven't started. So hopefully we get some answers here, and hopefully we get a little bit of closure. And nothing is ever going to bring Charlie Kirk back, but we are going to continue to do what Charlie Kirk started. And that is my mission. That is my goal. If I wasn't fired up before, I am absolutely fired up right now. I'm fired up and more motivated than I've ever been to do what I do on a daily basis. And I hope it has inspired some of you to do the exact same thing. And I want to hear in the chat, how many of you have had to unfriend liberals, have had to remove liberals out of your life because of the disgusting behavior that they have portrayed throughout this whole ordeal. I've been hearing it for the past couple of days of people, family members, cousins, friends, employers. One lady today, her boss at her work was making fun of it. She quit. She walked out right there. She said, "Fuck this! I'm not working for you. Get fucked. I don't care." And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do, folks. Is tell these people it is not okay. Get fucked. And to the people that are doing that, you guys are absolutely amazing. This is a great comment from Bobby Lee over on Facebook. They didn't silence Charlie. He's now amplified 100%. Millions woke up that day, millions the next day, and millions today are going to wake up. The left is losing ground. People are leaving the left because of their actions, and they're seeing exactly what they are. They're evil for who they are. They are absolutely evil. So thank you for that comment. Chris says, I think they've been unfriending me because they're tired of being proven wrong. Yeah, well, exactly. And we've seen what happens when they get proven wrong. Some of them are even willing to go kill people for it. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Enough is enough. Randy says, stand tall and stand proud. You're absolutely correct, Randy. Thanks for the comment. Appreciate that. Surely I unfriended liberals a long time ago. I have friends that have unfriended people. Yeah. That's the thing about being me is I don't have any liberals in my circle. I've protected my peace. These people are not peaceful. These people are evil. These people want nothing more than you to starve because of your opinion. And what we saw a couple days ago, they want nothing more for you to die, and then they cheer it. So I've protected my peace for a very long time, right? Sherry, I mentioned this in a comment the other day, and I'm glad you brought that up. I said to somebody, because they're pretty heartbroken about somebody unfriending them, somebody close to them because of it. And I said, don't worry, the trash is taking itself out. And it is true. So this is what we are going to hear. I'm just, Aaron, thanks for bringing that up. The piece of shit, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson from Utah, his father turned him in. We're going to hear this, hopefully, when the presser starts. Dave, and this is such an important comment as well. How can anyone celebrate death? Surely not a sane human being. You're absolutely correct, and we're seeing this, right? We're also seeing this. I have a video coming out today. Have you guys watched the videos of Rachel Gilmore? What Rachel Gilmore said when this first happened came out, and I came out right after, and I said, this is what Rachel does all the time. She's going to garner a reaction. She's going to get that reaction. She's going to claim victim to it, and then she's going to post publicly about it. I got a video coming out on that where she did post publicly, I believe last night, and I'm scared. I'm scared. This is what Rachel Gilmore does. It's typical leftist behavior. You see it all the time. They try to garner a reaction out of us. We give them the reaction they want. They use it as a tool, and then they try to make us look bad while they claim the victim. Rachel Gilmore, you're done. You're done, because we're all big influencers are going to be pointing that out. You just committed career suicide. It's over. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch that video when I produce that and I put that out today. I know you guys watch a lot of my content, so thank you. I think the biggest thing I could ask for you guys, and I would really appreciate it, and it costs you no money, is share it. Share the content, get it out there, and I appreciate you guys for that. BC needs someone like you. It's rough here. And you know what, though? I speak for Canadians, and I tried to speak for Canadians the best I can. Obviously I'm from Alberta. I love my province, but I'm going to do the best I can to speak for people in Canada, the voice of the voiceless is what I try to be. Trevor, thank you for reposting the stream. If you guys are on Facebook, Instagram, wherever it might be, if you can share this out, I would really, really appreciate that. We're waiting for the presser to start. And once it does start, we will be bringing it to you. They're just playing with the camera right now, and then hopefully we can get something going on. Good morning, Berta Dad. Thank you so much for your wonderful, truthful voice. Such a heartbreaking days, but I sure love what Charlie spoke. His great love, passion. I believe you carry this precious light, Berta Dad. So many people actually do. And the beautiful thing about this is most don't realize that your point is beauty. Thank you, everyone. And you know what, Melinda, thank you so much. And those, I've been getting those words for the past couple days, and this hit me hard. This hit me pretty hard, and I know it hit you guys hard either. I'm not special, right? It hit a lot of us hard, and we're not going to stop. I'm more committed now than ever to get the truth out there. And a lot of people are fearful. I've been talking to a lot of content creators in America. They're scared to go out in public, and they're starting to wake up and realize that, we have to continue what Charlie Kirk has done. Yesterday, I was at Home Depot. A guy said, "Oh, hey, I love your channel." And then afterwards, he said, "I didn't really know how to approach you in the light of events." And I said, "Just approach me. Nothing's different. If something is going to happen to me, I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of God. If that's God's plan for me to be unalived and taken off this earth for my opinion, then that's exactly what's going to happen. I cannot live in fear. I believe in freedom over fear. And I'm going to continue doing what I do on a daily basis." So, Charlie Kirk did it, and we're going to continue where he left off. We got Joe and Bo off. That's quite the name, bud. But hey, you know what? I can't even wrap my head around celebrating anyone dying. You have to be, yes, you're right, buddy. You're right. Here we go. Tom, God bless, from Little Heartland, New Brunswick. My wife and I are both strong Christian and conservative. I stand following you after what I heard happened in Halifax. You're a great Canadian. Thank you. Yeah, it was crazy what happened in Halifax. 89.9, The Wave did a hit piece on me, didn't like me being in their province. To all the irrelevant people that say I'm irrelevant, that's kind of relevant when a media news agency decides to, instead of talking about homeless or crime or local news, they decide to talk about me. Yeah, that's my response to that whole thing. And if you are on the East Coast, make sure you go check out our East Coast conservative brand at bertaprowddad.com. After visiting the East Coast, I realize you guys really need that brand out there. So please go check it out. I appreciate it. What's up, Corey? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Sherry, Charlie Kirk's videos were kind of my bedtime stories in a way. I would watch his debates before bed. It was nice knowing there was a like-minded person out there who believes. Yes, me too. Me too. Yeah, there's a huge hole in the conservative movement and the free speech movement after Charlie Kirk's passing, but we're going to fill that gap, and we're going to continue to do what he did. And I promise you guys that every single day, we're not going to stop. Guys, if you're over on Facebook watching, please share it out. Let's get over 100 people watching on Facebook. If you guys could do that, I would appreciate it. Like I said, if you're just joining in, we are bringing you live the press conference. They apprehended the man allegedly who shot Charlie Kirk. So if you guys could do that, I would appreciate it. Every platform you're on, if you guys could share it out, I would thank you for that. I'm looking over at Instagram. Nancy from Instagram, keep doing what you're doing. I feel for Charlie's family, his passings. Yes, absolutely, Nancy. Thank you for the wonderful message. Shane says, we are all Charlie Kirk. You're absolutely correct. We are all Charlie Kirk. And we're not going to stop. Sky shared. If you guys are sharing, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I know a lot of people are on their way to work here. A lot of people are busy. Let's try getting this out to the masses. Let's get people watching this press conference. Whew, Corey Cole, follow you daily and glad you are doing what you do and glad they got the shooter. I am also glad, and hopefully we can get a little closure out of this. Utah has the death penalty, and they also have the death penalty by firing squad. Donald Trump came out today and he said that's exactly what I want. And you know what? That's exactly what this person deserves. And people, this is the sickness of the left. As soon as it came out and I said that the left did this, they came out and they tried manipulating the conversation, as they always do, and said, how do you know it's a leftist? And it's pretty easy, Conservatives don't kill their opponents. Conservatives can deal with opposing opinions, and we can deal with the fact that we understand that our feelings are not, our triggers are not your responsibility. And you guys just can't figure that out. You can't figure out that your feelings are not our responsibility. And you guys can't control yourselves. You guys shot a fucking guy because he had an opinion, because you didn't agree with him. We're not the same. We are far from the same. And I promise you that. Again, guys, we are waiting for the press conference to happen. You guys can share this out, and then we're going to bring it to you. We're about 15, well, we're actually 46 minutes late right now. And yeah. Julie, yes, they did. She asked, they got the shooter. I've been unplugged for a few hours. Yes, they did. Thanks, Melinda, for sharing it. I appreciate you. Let's go back to the Instagram comments. I'm a conservative. I'm pretty sure I'm old enough to be your daddy. Don't jump to conclusions. You must have all the facts before you come. Danny's Boys on Instagram. You know what, buddy? It's not hard to figure it out. If you didn't hear what I just said, conservatives don't shoot people. So thanks, Danny's Boys, for that comment. And thanks for being triggered over on Instagram. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Julianne Cernchbane, yes, 22-year-old Shyla Robinsons. That's what they're saying. Okay, guys, here we go. It's coming up. Let's do it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I hate when they do this. I hate when they do this. This guy's been up there 3 times counting in the microphone. And yeah. So we will just continue to wait for them to do this. Maybe they're just trying to make, I don't know what they're trying to do. I know there's a lot of fluidity in this. There's a lot of stuff happening. The investigation there's a lot of people working on this, a lot of departments working on this, a lot of agencies working on this. So there's a lot going on. So they're trying to get all the information together so they can give it to us, and we're going to bring it to you guys. So please share it out. We'll bring it to you as it comes in. Yeah, it's Julie. It was a sound check for sure. Now they're playing with the camera, and it's just, this is what you do when you go live, right? I wanted to be live for 7:30 because that's when they said it was when it was going to start happening. So here we are. We're just waiting for that to happen. Dean says, "Keep up the good work." Shared. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that, buddy. We got a lot of support from you guys. We do. We truly do, and I appreciate each and every one of you for that. Trying to check on my friends over on Instagram, make sure they're doing okay. Right now we got 97. I need you guys over on Facebook to share this out. We're trying to get over 100 on Facebook, and like, it doesn't really matter. And one of the most censored next to TikTok. We got 3 over on YouTube, but I am censored like crazy on YouTube. I don't even know why I post there anymore. And 388 over on X. So appreciate you guys. We're just waiting for this press conference to start, and we'll be coming up with it as soon as it comes up here. If you're watching the replay, appreciate you guys being here as well. And yeah, I just wanted to get this out to you guys as it happens. Julie says, cancel the CBC. There's no need for them anymore, right? We live in a world of social media where I get comments all the time. People watch me, they don't watch the news. And I know a lot of creators get that. Corey Cole says, definitely getting a hat. Well, we appreciate you, buddy. Now more than ever, it's important to wear your opinion on your sleeve. And that's what I've been saying that far more before this event. I've been saying it for years. Wear your opinion on your sleeve. They've waved their shit in our faces long enough. It's time for us to do it back. And you can't community guidelines a t-shirt or a hat. So BertaProudDad.com, we appreciate you guys for that. And they can't stand that I get support on that. And they absolutely can't stand when they see people in public wearing my stuff, because it means our mission is growing and our message is getting out there. So thanks, Corey. Charles from South Carolina, thank you for being here. That's a big reach. You're watching a guy from Alberta. Thank you for that. We got time to be as bold as Christians and patriots over on Instagram. Thank you for that message. I appreciate that. Here we go. Terry Lynn, it sounds Charlie, but awaken millions of us. They're trying to sway the narrative their way. Yes, they are trying to sway it for sure. Thank you for that comment. I bought a drill baby drill sweater for my friend in Nanaimo. He's going to wear it. I love that, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you for that. You are our news. Keep up the good work. And fuck to me. Danny, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's what we try to be. I buy your swag and hand it out to my construct. That's exactly what we're doing. We had that guy who bought the elbows down, ass up t-shirt. 32 of them is what he bought. And I don't know what he did with them. He never got a hold of me, but that's awesome. My 2 adult sons decided to go to church at this. That's amazing, Mary. That's amazing. Todd, I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, guys. And thanks, Todd. I really appreciate the great work you do. Thank you. Thank you for that. Reaper, you're not wrong, buddy. They got us mad. They do. I was so mad. I was so mad. Steve watching in Newfoundland. Thanks, buddy. Mary Ann, new follower of yours. I'll be following you much more. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you for that. If you guys aren't following, make sure you smack that follow button on any platform you're on. We're bringing this to you as much as we can as it happens. Like I said, the presser was supposed to start at 7:30. It's now 7:52 Alberta time. It looks like there's some movement and stuff happening. So bear with me. Stick with me. Hopefully we can have something happening to you or happening here right away. So thank you. Thank you. Bruce Goodwin from Alberta. Thank you. Melanie from Red Deer. Thanks for coming in. 108 on Facebook and counting. Let's go. Share it out. Let us share it out. 902 in the house, East Coast Conservative. Love that, Gerald. Go check out my East Coast Conservative brand at BertaProudDad.com. I launched that after I was on the East Coast, and I realized you guys needed a brand really, really bad. So go check that out, buddy. 113 over on Facebook right now. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Jesse says, why doesn't my messages get put up on the screen? There you go, Jesse. There you go, buddy. Instagram, you're the only ones that I can't put your messages up, so I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. Mally says, appreciate all I do. Thank you, Mally. Appreciate you. Allie also says the same thing, and God bless you. Thank you. Dana says, I'm blessed to be born and raised in Alberta during COVID. My hubby and I pushed patriotism through the Independence Party to bring change in Alberta. We have to stand up and be bold and rise up. You're right, Dana. Thank you for that as well. Repost. That's right. Let's go, guys. Here we go. They just announced they're 4 minutes out. 4 minutes out. So grab your coffee, go to the bathroom, take a tinkle, and come on back. We're 4 minutes out, ladies and gentlemen, from the press conference. 4 minutes out. My messages never get seen for some reason. There it is. I can't go to all of them, guys, but I'm trying. Jesse, you're awesome. Love what you're doing. Been following you for 2 years. Nice, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you. Andrew in Edmonton, transplant from New Brunswick. Enjoy all your content. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Janet, born in Alberta, lived there for 48 years. Recently moved to Ontario for Hub's job. Ugh, this province is insane. Counting the days and years until I can move back to my home province of Alberta. Well, we'll welcome you back with open arms, Janet. Thank you for being here. Share this out, guys. We're 3 minutes out now. 3 minutes out. Share it out on every platform you're on, and let's get people watching. Let's get some closure. Like I said earlier, yeah. Shirts, hoodies, and flag order to hang pound and proud in my store in Lethbridge. Great work. You know what, Steve? Depending on what kind of store it is, get a hold of me and let's do something. Let's put it in your store. How about that? And thank you for the support. Bashaw, Alberta. Thank you, Alyssa, and thank you everybody who follows the channel. If you're not following, please follow along. Okay, things are going to start right away here, guys. So pay attention, and we're going to go from there. Lonnie, the tragic demise of Charlie Kirk woke us all up. You're absolutely correct. Okay, guys, they're starting to do things. We're going to bring it to you. Things are happening. Please be patient. Lynn, thank you very much. And what I like to remind people is I am just a man with an opinion. That is it. And a cell phone. That's it. And I got fired for that opinion for my job. But now we're in a position where we can do this. And because of your guys' support, and we appreciate you guys for that. James, thank you so much for your prayers, buddy. Appreciate that. Washington East Coast, you know where all the elbows. Canada Goose, I got you, buddy. Go check out my East Coast conservative line. That's at birdapride.com. Yes, we do have one zipper hoodie only. It's the Stand on Guard for Thee hoodie, which rings true, especially in these times. It's over on the website, Randy. Go check it out, buddy. I mean, more people like you around Canada. I'm from Barrie. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Or thanks, Claudia. And you're absolutely right. We do. We do. Steve, somebody wants to know where your business is in Lethbridge. I answered you, yeah, 100%. My daughter's asking if I could drive her to school. Of course, I could drive her to school. Your friend didn't come today? No. Melanie, nice to see some like-minded people on here. After everything, it's nice to see. Yes, it's absolutely correct. Guys, stick around for a second. I just got to grab something. Randy, yes, it's a zippered hoodie. It's got Stand on Guard for Thee on the back, and then it's got it on the chest as well, and it's a zip up, buddy. We're just waiting for this to start. It'll get there. It'll get there. Let's go back to Instagram, see what's happening. From Calgary, I appreciate everything you've been doing. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. North Wales. North Wales. I love that. Bringing it to you live, guys. 127 on Facebook, 539 on X, and 89 on YouTube or on Instagram. Thank you. And YouTube, the most censored platform ever. 5. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate you. Oh, YouTube's funny. Yes, sir. We do ship to Australia. We ship worldwide. Worldwide. Love that, Jill. Love that. Canada, Ontario. What's up, Jesse? Murderer debated Charlie a couple weeks ago. I haven't heard that, and I'm not a man of speculation, but I'll definitely look that up. I will look that up. Sherry, a lot of us feel like this. A lot of us feel like this, especially watching what the left is doing, cheering this. Typical presser fashion. They lied about the 4 minutes. We're just waiting for them to come in. It's taken a while, that's for sure. Gianna or Jenna, I just want to say thanks. You bring hope. So sorry for loss of a good. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for the kind words. Karen's watching from New Brunswick. Welcome in, Karen. Appreciate you. And remember, guys, if you're just watching, nothing's going to bring back Charlie Kirk, but we are going to do our damnedest and our best, and we are going to fill that gap in free speech. We are not afraid. We are not scared. We don't care what they throw at us. We don't care about their threats. They have proven what they are about. They are about violence and then propping up violence. And then when called on it, they manipulate the conversation, turn around and claim victim to it. We've been calling it out forever. We're not going to stop. Charlie wouldn't want that. We're going to keep pressing forward. And that's what we're going to do. We aren't leaving. No, we're not. Berta Proud Mom's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She just started those accounts as well. She's on TikTok. Make sure you're following her from wherever you are. Berta Proud Mom is in the chat. It's my lovely wife. We're coming out with a show. We're going to you guys to tell us what that name should be. We did a live stream last night talking about that. Make sure you shoot her a follow. Shannon, people like you and Charlie give us hope. We need our country back. You know what? People like myself, Charlie, and many others out there. There's lots of us that put ourselves on the line every single day to do what we're doing. And we are not afraid. We are not scared. And we're going to continue to do it because what they want is for us to be scared. They want us to be upset and they want us to be silent because that they can't indoctrinate the kids that way. They can't take away your freedoms that way. They can't get their universal basic income that way. As long as somebody's upstanding against their narrative, we are louder and we're going to get louder. Get them on. Yes, stickers are shipping daily. I actually just got another order of stickers yesterday, so thank you for that. The world needs more Charlie Kirks. People are not afraid to speak out for what they believe in. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. They also want us to retaliate, but we don't retaliate with violence. Right now, a bunch of them are getting canceled and losing their jobs. That's how we retaliate. These sick fucks, especially the teachers, do not deserve to be teaching our kids if this is how they're acting and reacting to free speech. And I am full blown on that. And I got a lot of messages and DMs from people trying to chastise me. You fucks fired me. You got me fired for my opinion. Now it's turned around on you and you guys have an issue with it. Think about that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Ben Shapiro did do that. Patriot 2.0 coming biometric surveillance and need to save this country. Well, there'd be a huge pushback on that. Trevor, safe travels to school. Okay, people are walking in right now, guys, and make sure to watch the replay if you can, Trevor. Here we go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At today's press conference, we will hear from Governor Cox, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Sheriff Mike Smith. We also have with us Utah DPS Commissioner Bo Mason, Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson, FBI Special Agent in Charge Robert Bowles, and local and federal law enforcement partners. Following the remarks today, Governor Cox, Director Patel, and Commissioner Mason will take questions. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there's been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital O-W-O, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." We are indebted to law enforcement across the state who's worked seamlessly together, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person and to bring justice. I want to thank the public who has been so engaged, reviewing videos, helping us with sending in tips, and helping us get to this point. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing in this case and were able to bring him into to law enforcement as well. I especially want to thank the family of Charlie Kirk, Erica, Charlie's parents, his children. I want us to be thinking of them as we bring justice in this case. They will be involved in that justice. We will be working very closely with them as we move through this process as well. This is a very sad day for our country, a terrible day for the state of Utah, but I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history. With that, I will now turn the microphone over to the Director of the FBI, Kash Patel.
Thank you, Governor. This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. The FBI and our partners are proud to stand here today together to bring justice to the family of Charlie Kirk and honor his memory. I want to express my deep gratitude to President Trump, the Vice President, and the entire White House who have been so incredibly supportive with both resources and just personally to the FBI as a team. They had our backs the entire way, and I just want to express my gratitude for giving us the resources we need to operate in this space to bring this sort of justice at this sort of speed. In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie. Governor Cox, our partnership has been absolutely incredible these last few days. Our partnership will endure. Your state and local partners, your sheriffs, your DPS community has been unbelievably impressive in the hardest of times. And a case like this cannot be solved, cannot be brought without partnering with your state and local authorities. The FBI has a certain role to play, and we will play that role, and we will lead out for the federal government. But Governor Cox, we are so grateful for your state partnership that led out on this investigation. A little bit of the timeline. Charlie was shot at 12:23 p.m. on Wednesday. The first FBI agents arrived on scene in 16 minutes with chiefs of police at 12:39 and secured the scene. The FBI immediately launched fixed-wing assets. We utilized these assets to transport personnel, specialty technicians, hostage rescue teams. We also utilized these assets to go back and forth from the East Coast and here in Utah to transport forensic evidence and other evidence that will be analyzed and is being analyzed at our FBI laboratories in Quantico and other laboratories, including the ATF. At my direction, the FBI released the first set of FBI photos of the suspect at 10 a.m. local time on 9/11. Then, shortly thereafter, the FBI reward of $100,000 was released at 10:45 a.m. local. Myself and Deputy Director Bongino arrived on the scene at approximately 5:30 p.m. on 9/11. The governor led a press conference last night at approximately 8 p.m., where at my direction, the FBI released a never-before-seen video of the suspect. We also released new images to the public of the suspect. And just last night, the suspect was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time. In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise, thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox, the suspect was apprehended in a historic time period. And I want to highlight what Governor Cox said. This would not have been possible without you, the media, and you, the public. That's why we went so public, so fast, and we're so transparent, and we're committed to that transparency. The crime scene, just a little bit there. It is a large crime scene. State and local authorities, along with federal authorities, processed that crime scene quickly. And I even had the ability to walk through that crime scene and walk through the steps the suspect took to learn more about what was needed and what resources we needed to bear to create a full picture for the FBI and leadership back in Washington. Furthermore, thankfully to state and local partners, forensic evidence has been seized and continues to be garnered. Forensic evidence has already been evaluated at FBI laboratories in Quantico and state and local authorities here. We will continue to process evidence as we see it, as we collect it, and we will continue to deliver to Governor Cox and his team. Last night, we had a total of approximately 7,000 leads. As of this morning, thanks to your great work, we have over 11,000 leads that were called in to the FBI. And we are running out every single lead that we can. Every one of those leads will be run out. The arrest is a testament to the dedication of good law enforcement being great and partnerships in law enforcement, which I've tried to highlight as my tenure as the director of the FBI. There is no better relationship for law enforcement than the FBI to partner with state and local authorities, and you've seen it here in these last few days. The FBI Salt Lake field office, along with our offices in LA, Phoenix, Denver, San Antonio, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, our headquarters component in Quantico, all participate in the FBI. I want to express my deep gratitude to the employees of the FBI, the men and women, the evidence response team tacticians, the special operators, the agents, the support staff. You have done monumental work in historic time when the public, who had a right to demand such an expeditious solving of an investigation, the FBI answered that call diligently, critically important to our nation, and we delivered. And I'm proud to be their leader, and I'm proud to be the director of the FBI. This is a very much an ongoing investigation, as the governor said, and we will continue to work with state and local authorities to develop the investigation, to provide them the evidence they need for their ongoing prosecutions. And we will be here to answer every call they absolutely have, as long as it takes, for as long as we need to find and apprehend whatever suspects were involved in this crime. Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
Thank you, and good morning. I would just like to take a few minutes as the sheriff to express my gratitude for everybody who has played a part in this investigation. As you know, it's been a vast, a complicated, and a very, very fast-paced investigation. You're looking at people standing up here who are running on, if they got an hour's sleep in the last couple of days, they're probably lucky. It has been very taxing. It has been so impressive, speaking on behalf of the local law enforcement, to see the cooperation that we've seen in this type of case. Across the state, sheriffs, chiefs, our state partners have stepped up and have come to the call on anything that we needed. Our county chiefs have been phenomenal. Our Utah County Attorney, Jeff Gray, who's standing up here with us, has been phenomenal in leading us through this investigation. I would like to thank the federal government for their resources, their assets. Our local team here, our FBI team, has been extraordinary in helping us work through this and bring this person to justice. Most of all, I would like to thank the public, and specifically, I would like to thank the public who turned to prayers and who turned to positiveness for us. I would like to thank them on behalf of the law enforcement community, because we needed those prayers. That's what we needed to get through this. We needed your support, and you gave it to us. We needed your patience, and you gave it to us. And I would like to thank you for the Kirk family, because that's what they need, is your support and your prayers, and that will get us through all of this. So thank you, everybody, for everybody that have stepped up. We've had such a phenomenal response to this. Thank you.
I also want to give a special thanks to the Attorney General and the Department of Justice. Their unwavering support and their commitment to justice is shown true here. And without AG Bondi and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and the resources they brought to bear, we would not have been able to complete our mission. And I just want to say special thanks. It's an honor to be a part of the Department of Justice.
Thank you again to our incredible law enforcement team who has worked so hard. Sheriff, I got a solid 90 minutes last night, so I'm probably the most well-rested person up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I get the microphone, so I hope you'll permit me a moment just to share a few more thoughts about where we are and how we got here, and maybe a little bit of where we go from here. I don't want to get too preachy, but I think it's important that we, with eyes wide open, understand what's happening in our country today. I've heard people say, well, why are we so invested in this? There's violence happening all across our country, and violence is tragic everywhere. and every life taken is a child of God who deserves our love and respect and dignity. This is certainly about the tragic death, political assassination of Charlie Kirk. But it is also much bigger than an attack on an individual. It is an attack on all of us. It is an attack on the American experiment. It is an attack on our ideals. This cuts to the very foundation of who we are, of who we have been, and who we could be in better times. Political violence is different than any other type of violence for lots of different reasons. One, because in the very act that Charlie championed of expression, that freedom of expression that is enshrined in our founding documents, in having his life taken in that very act, makes it more difficult for people to feel like they can share their ideas, that they can speak freely. We will never be able to solve all the other problems, including the violence problems that people are worried about, if we can't have a clash of ideas safely and securely. Even, especially those ideas with which you disagree. That's why this matters so much. Over the last 48 hours, I have been as angry as I have ever been, as sad as I have ever been. And it was, as anger pushed me to the brink, it was actually Charlie's words that pulled me back. I'd like to share some of those. And specifically right now, if I could, I need to talk to the young people in our state, in my state, and all across the country. As President Trump reminded me, he said, you know who really loved Charlie? The youths. And he's right. Young people loved Charlie, and young people hated Charlie. And Charlie went into those places anyway. And these are the words that have helped me. Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. He said, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, forgive without limit. He said, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. A few months ago, I referenced this last night, Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life. It's going to be okay. He again said, when you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to commit violence. He said, what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable agreement, where violence is not an option. Now, again, to my young friends out there, you are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. But through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now. Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations. I think we need more moral clarity right now. I hear all the time that words are violence. Words are not violence. Violence is violence. And there is one person responsible for what happened here. And that person is now in custody and will be charged soon and will be held accountable. And yet all of us have an opportunity right now to do something different. I want to thank my fellow Utahns. You know, this bad stuff happens. For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here. And it was one of us. But I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting. There was no looting. There were no cars set on fire. There was no violence. There were vigils and prayers and people coming together to share the humanity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the answer to this. We can return violence with violence. We can return hate with hate. And that's the problem with political violence, is it metastasizes, because we can always point the finger at the other side. And at some point, we have to find an off-ramp, or it's going to get much, much worse. But see, these are choices that we can make. History will dictate if this is a turning point for our country. But every single one of us gets to choose right now if this is a turning point for us. We get to make decisions. We have our agency. And I desperately call on every American, Republican, Democrat, liberal, progressive, conservative, MAGA, all of us to please, please, please follow what Charlie taught me. I'll just conclude with words I share often from a friend and author, Yuval Levin, who was asked if he was optimistic about our country. And he said, I'm not optimistic. He said, I hate optimism. Like, that sounds bad. But he said, optimism is a vice. It's this idea that good things are just going to happen. And he said, in the history of the world, good things have never just happened. He says, I'm not optimistic, but I am hopeful. And hope is the virtue that sits between the vices of optimism and pessimism. Hope is the idea that good things are going to happen because we can make them so. I still believe in our country. And I know Charlie Kirk believed in our country. I still believe that there is more good among us than evil. And I still believe that we can change the course of history. I'm hopeful because Americans can make it so. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to answer any questions you might have.
Governor, can you please speak to whether the suspect is speaking with authorities and his demeanor, Tyler Robinson, when he turned himself in?
I cannot speak to that right now.
Governor, how do you interpret the engravings on the casing?
Well, I will leave that up to you to interpret what those engravings mean. I think the clearest one that says "catch fascist," there's not. And by the way, that's like catch like a ball, catch this. That's I think that speaks for itself.
Governor, you indicated that he had been communicating. Beyond that, is there anything in your view that you discovered that may have radicalized or changed him to prompt him to commit such a horrific?
There's nothing more that we can share at this time.
Governor,
Yeah,
you indicated that he had been communicating with a friend on Discord about the gun. Do you anticipate any more arrests?
We do not at this time have any information that would lead to any additional arrests.
Do you believe he acted alone?
Yes, but the investigation is ongoing.
Can you detail at all
Yes. So right now, Mr. Robinson has been booked into the Utah County Jail. You heard the president this morning report that that he was taken into custody. That his family and a friend helped to deliver him into custody of law enforcement in Washington County. For those of you that don't know where Washington County is, it is the southwesternmost part of the state of Utah. It's about a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from here, where we are right now, and that's where he lived and where they turned him in. Please, I'll go here. I can't share any more than what I've already shared. Yeah. So how we obtained the gun? The gun was found here. So I don't have much more details on that. We do know that he drove. We had his car here on campus, and then we had his car going south back to the St. George. It's actually the city of Washington in Washington County.
Is he talking with authorities and did he discuss a motive?
I'm sorry. We don't have any information that would lead us to believe that. Yes, in fact, it was just released. Yes.
Talking with authorities and did he discuss a motive?
I can't answer that right now. Yeah, thank you. Over here. I absolutely believe that this is a watershed in American history. Yes. The question is, what kind of watershed? And that chapter remains to be written. Is this the end of a dark chapter in our history, or the beginning of a darker chapter in our history? Look, I mean, if you look at true political assassinations in this country of someone of this stature, this feels a lot like the late 60s, and having one so gruesomely displayed on camera in all of our hands and in all of our pockets. We are not wired as human beings biologically, historically. We have not evolved in a way that we are capable of processing those types of violent imagery. And by the way, we've seen another one with a gruesome stabbing very recently that went viral. This is not good for us. It is not good to consume. Social media is a cancer on our society right now. And I would encourage people to log off, turn off, touch grass, hug a family member, go out and do good in your community. That is happening, and it's happening organically right now. I had a friend in a small city in Utah who said, we're getting together. The Republicans and Democrats in my little town are getting together to have a discussion tonight. Last night, just to find a way to find their better angels. So yes, this could be. I mean, you know, again, you have to go back to JFK to have seen a video live of something like this happening. I wasn't born until 1975, but I know that things were really dark in the late 60s. Sorry to some of you. I know some of you were there, but this is our moment. Do we escalate, or do we find an off-ramp? And again, it's a choice. It's a choice, and every one of us gets to make that choice. Two more questions right here.
Could we clarify that the release of those enhanced images at 8 p.m., the timeline that Director Patel gave us, led to the arrest at 10 p.m.? Is there a direct connection between those two events?
I cannot comment if there is a direct connection or not, but all I can say is that through some process, the family came to know that this had happened.
One more thing, Governor. Could you just clarify the clothing issue you mentioned earlier? Was he changing outfits?
Correct. Yes. So when he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof, and then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UVU. Last question here. Yes.
Suspect was questioned. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about where, and was he a student here at the university, and is there any history of mental illness?
Yeah. So I don't have any information on the mental illness part. He was not a student here at UVU. He was living and had lived for a long time with his family in Washington County, in the southernmost part of our state. Thank you, everyone, for your great work in getting this information out. I will just say, process-wise, this may be important. I know many of you aren't familiar with the process in Utah. I think it's important that you understand that basically we have 3 days for charging documents to be filed. A CI will be filed. We'll have more information then, more detailed information as those charging documents are filed in preparation for a preliminary hearing. So 3 days. So we would anticipate then that early next week those charging documents will be filed. We will obviously be working. The county attorney will be working very closely with Mr. Kirk's family as those documents and decisions are prepared and made. Thanks, everyone.
All right, folks, you heard it there. I just have a couple statements before I log off. If you guys are interested or not interested, that's up to you. This is a very big turning point, and in the United States and in Canada, there's one thing that I pride myself on, and that is free speech and freedom of expression. You know, I never once have done a video wanting the other side to get unalived. I've never once done a video wanting somebody to get harmed or hurt because of what their opinions are. You know, discussion is important. And, you know, as the governor said, social media is a cancer. I actually disagree. Social media is only a cancer if you decide for it to be a cancer. And as I was scrolling through the comments as the press conference was going on, there's a lot of people who have been watching this and need to log off. There's a lot of arguments of how he was shot. Was he trained? There's no way a 22-year-old could do this. There's guys, a man is dead. A husband is dead. A man that we all looked up to, a proponent of free speech, is dead because he was standing up for what he believed in. You know, they're talking about a turning point. They're talking about, is the turning point. We have a choice to have an off ramp. Well, what's the off ramp? When they're putting inscriptions of "Eat this fascist" and shooting a person with free speech, what is the off ramp for us to ignore? For far too long, we've allowed these people to do what they're doing. We put them on soapboxes. We've given them megaphones. We've given them protected status. And this is what comes of it. When people disagree with them, they think it's okay to shoot us. They think it's okay that our children can grow up with a father or mother. They think it's okay that they can rob us of everything. So when we're going to sit here and talk about taking an off ramp, are they taking an off ramp? Where's their off ramp? Why is it always the conservatives that have to take the higher ground? And that's kind of where I'm getting upset. Is for far too long, we've taken that higher ground. We've said, turn the other cheek. We've said, okay, it's fine. Myself included. I got fired for being Berta Proud dad. I took the higher ground. I decided, you know what? We're just going to continue to move on. And the people who had that done to me, no accountability. None. Where's the turning point? These people, the left, they think they are at war with us. And if we don't start understanding what they are capable of, and we just keep allowing them to have their soapboxes, allowing them to have their megaphones, nothing's going to change. I will continue to call them out. I will continue to call them for what they are. Let's talk about the inscription again. Fascists, right? Eat this, fascists. They think we're actual fascists. They think we're actual Nazis. They are at war with us. There is a spiritual war happening right now. But the last I checked, Nazis were the ones who shot their opponents, who shot the people that they didn't like their speech. Karl Marx said, accuse the other side of doing exactly what you are doing. We're watching it firsthand. We are watching it firsthand. I don't condone violence. I do not condone any of my followers going to find a liberal and harming them. I do not want that to happen to anybody. But I am tired of it happening to us. So I will not stand down. I will keep being vocal, and I encourage each and every one of you to do the exact same. We are all Charlie Kirk. Charlie left a huge hole in this movement, and I'm going to miss him. I am. But it will not stop. I will not stop because somebody decides to give me a threat, because somebody decides to try to silence me, because somebody decides their feelings are hurt so bad that I should walk on eggshells. That won't happen. That won't happen. Charlie started something. We're going to finish it. We are going to continue to stand up for what we believe in. We are going to continue to protect the children, and we will not stop. These people are sick. They are ill. They have no compassion, and we are not going to change who we are because their feelings are hurt. I promise you, until the day I die, I will stand up for the voiceless. I will stand up for the children, and I will stand up for Charlie Kirk, his wife, and his kids. I will not stand down. I do not want anything to happen to anybody, but I will not stand down. You have my promise. Thank you. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for your time this morning.